Hey guys, this is Tom Black. Sorry about that, just a second. Um, so I'm just going to show you a simple technique for removing lines of a graph paper, in a scan. So I have this illustration that I made of an inverted perspective grid thing. And I didn't finish it completely, and we'll go over cleaning that up because it'll be very, very quick. I'm just going to flip the other side. But anyway, so let's jump into it. First thing I want to do is that my scanner always scans to CYMK. So I'm going to image mode, RGB color. No, I don't know why it's at CYMK. I guess it's being weird today. Photoshop can be odd sometimes. So anyway, so I have my image here. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to select half of it. And just go here. Go right up the middle, and I can just hit Z and zoom in. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. And this wasn't exactly what we wanted, so what we can do. And I already had the picture scanned perfectly vertically, but it was straight up and down. So it didn't really, or at least it was almost like that. So I didn't really run into issues like that. But anyway, so we're going to first make sure that we cut it off well, just about 1 pixel from the edge. And then we can hit Control-Shift-I, and then hit Control-J, and it'll duplicate the layer. Then we can hit Control-T, right-click, flip horizontal, hit Enter. Whoops, Z, actual pixels. And I can just move this over while I'm holding Shift. Try to move it right into place. I have snapping on, so what it did was it actually went right there. That did not work perfectly, so what I'm going to do right now is I can move it over a few pixels. And actually, it looks like it wasn't perfectly straight, so what I can just do is I can hit Control-T, like I just did. Whoops. I accidentally tried to scale it. Good. Let's just check that everything's good. Looks right. Looks all good. Hit Enter. Okay. Maybe you want to move it 1 pixel. Nah, it looks fine to me. Yeah, it actually looks perfect. I'm still going to keep this layer just so that I have the original illustration because I don't want to lose it. But we've got that. Next thing we're going to do is make sure you have adjustments open. You can also go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and then go over here. And we want to pick black and white, which if you're over here is here, and you just go, is that black and the white thing, of course, because it's black and white. And over here it's Layer, New Adjustment Layer, black and white. So first thing that it's going to do is it's going to make it so that is going to try to pick the default setting, which does usually work fine, except that's not what we want here. So that it'll set it right to black and white, because it's not necessarily just that, just luminance. So anyway, so the first thing we're going to do is that I'm going to explain how this works. It basically says all of the, let's say, most of this picture is basically blue, but if I were to go like that, now it's kind of pink. Now if I were on here and I went to the magentas and I said black, it's gonna make that half of the picture black because it's saying to the magentas you should be a lot darker. I'm just gonna hit Control Z. Good. So we can use that to target the blues in the picture, basically all of the lines, and turn them basically the same as the white. So we'll go over to cyan, and if you see that we turn that black, it'll make them show up more because they're even darker. But if we make it really, really light, then they really don't show up at all because they're the same color as our background. And you may want to tweak this a little bit, it'll be different, and maybe you have a different notebook. I was just drawing this in my math notebook. So it happened, and the graph in there is blue, but maybe you'll have, maybe you'll have a notebook that is purple or red or whatever, so you can obviously then just, instead of targeting the blues, you could just turn the magentas down and stuff, as you'd suspect. So, there we go. Turn this to about the middle. It's not going to be perfect. This is a very high resolution scan, so we can then turn the resolution down. We can scan to I scanned to about 300 dpi, 300, you can scan to much higher, and then that'll help. And we may be running into small issues, like right here, but like I said, you can just fix that. One last thing to check that we did it, we're going to put a lot of contrast in the white. And what we're going to try to do is to say, okay, so let me just show you what I did, is that what I did there, was that, I said, not all of the I was trying to say, not all the whites are exactly the same color. Try to show me all of those with much more contrast. And you can see, if you look carefully, where the grid was, it's a little bit lighter. You go into here, go into cyans, and turn it down. Or maybe that was actually in the blues. And we can touch the magentas as well, and some of the greens. Good, we fixed it. Okay. So we are done. That's how you can take out the graph paper lines from an illustration. Thanks for watching. Bye.